Hello, once again, Roger here with Creating with Your Spiritual Universe, and that's cwysu.com, cwysu.com. And thanks again for tuning in. I want to make a brief video about a very, 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 very key and important thing that we can be doing individually on our own with just a little time every day to really make a difference in our lives. Now, I know making difference in lives is something people hear all the time, but it's usually pertaining to someone telling you that they can do that for you, or selling you something, or something of that nature. But very seldom are you told that you can do something to make a difference in your life that doesn't cost you anything, and it's probably more powerful than anything you can do or pay for. Okay? So this is really key and important, and I really want to make it quick so that you get the point really quickly and easily and understand why it's important. There's a window here, and the window is between December 21st and December 31st. Okay? Why is it so key? First of all, we've had a big year. We've had an eclipse. Very good for a wave that you can ride to get things done. We've had alignment of the stars in September that hasn't happened for thousands of years. That's all happened in this year. We have 12-12 portals, the 11-11 portals. We have in January, a friend of mine just told me that we have two full moons. Tierra Love, who's going to be a guest here, on the 1st of January and the 31st of January. That's 2 full moons in the month of January. We can be taking advantage of all of that. What do I mean? We always talk about wanting things in our lives, wanting to accomplish things. You can actually set about doing that any time of the year. But why not do it when the waves for you to do so are at their strongest points? You have all the assistance from the universe, all the energies from the universe. I see a lot of talk about new energies coming in from the sun, from the great central sun, and from source, and all of this. That's all good and stuff. That's good. But what about the energies that say, hey, I'm going to provide you with the waves, with the energies, with the momentum, so that if you decide to do something, you can be helped. You want to exercise that, because that's the energy that comes from within, and that's more powerful than anything outside of you. If you've been watching this channel, you know I'm all about the inside game, because that's where it all happens. You know, ascension, transcendence is an inside game. It ain't happening out there, okay? It ain't happening out there. You be your own savior. You be your own controller. Okay, you be the person that stands in your own spiritual authority. You are your own magician. No magic is more powerful than the one that is within you, the magic you're born with, human magic. Nothing else needed outside of yourself. Now, let us talk about what I'm recommending strongly that you do in these next 12 days, 21st to the 31st of December. Number 1, coupling and piggybacking on all the different things I've just mentioned. We're going to use these 12 days because, you know, people make resolutions and they make promises in the year, and they wait till the 1st, and they wait till this, you know, till the, you know, just before the 1st, 4:30 on January 31st, on December 31st, like doing their homework assignment that's due 8 o'clock that morning, 4 hours, and they're half tired, and, you know, I've had a few. Guess what? That assignment ain't getting done. Yeah, you can do that after. Yeah, you can do that in January. But why swim upstream? Why not ride downstream, where your dreams can be taken to wherever you want, to whatever you want? As long as, I must add this, it's in line with your spirit, in line with your higher self. It's in line with your higher self, and you're taking advantage of everything, all the energies, all your focus, all the right times, all the right dates, it's going to happen. You don't have to worry about it. It's going to happen, okay? Now, here's what you want to do in those sentences. Just 4 things. Number 1, think about all the things that you want out of your life. Start with inside. Start with limiting beliefs and emotions that you may have about yourself. And write down that you want them gone. Anything psychologically, any kind of issues, start with the self. Start with becoming a better version of yourself. Then work your way out. Anything having to do with the heart, write those things down, because that is the cauldron of manifestation, your heart. Okay, because when you manifest from there, you don't get the blowback like you do if you manifest from up here in the mind. Ego resides here, duality resides here. You manifest something and you get the dual side of it. But when you do it from the heart, you don't get that duality. You don't get that reverberation. You don't get that pushback, okay, when you do it from here. Start with that inside stuff and then work your way out, okay? You want to remove all the things that don't serve you, starting from the inside. But when you do that, you must replace every single thing that you remove with something that is empowering, something that brings you to another level, okay? So you replace it with that. Do your research, you know. A limiting belief, one that I've worked on and have improved tremendously, is self-love and self-worth. I'm miles ahead. I love myself. I think I'm worthy. Not only do I think, I know that. And every other human being should feel the same about themselves. Okay? And I'm working through the layers, and every once in a while, I find a little thing somewhere in a corner, and I move it out. Move it out. So that's an example of one thing you can work on the inside. And I picked that one because almost everyone has that. Because that is the one that can be worked on easily. Those on the other side, when they want to really get to you, they start with that self-love. Then they move on to feelings, then emotions, and then they start working on everything else. So take care of that one and all the other ones that you feel you want to get rid of. Then replace it. So that's 2. Number 1, get rid of, throw out the garbage. Number 2, replace it with beautiful things. Number 3, guard your thoughts. Whatever thoughts come to you, evaluate them. And if they're disempowering, and if they are not in your best interest, trash them. Your mind is not a thought maker. Your mind is a processor. Those thoughts, they come from elsewhere. And so if they're not good, in your opinion, they're not serving you, get rid of them. Dismiss them. If you find yourself participating in them, delete them. So I retract that. I remove my consent from it. Gone. Because thoughts do not have life. They have no life whatsoever. They depend on you to give them life. So in the same vein, those thoughts that are empowering, those thoughts that lift your vibrations, make you feel good, entertain them, give them life, and invite them in. Invite those thoughts in. Dismiss the negative ones, the ones that are not serving you. Dismiss them. If you make a mistake and you kind of get it wrong a few times, don't worry. Just keep doing it. And if you made, oh gosh, yesterday I had all those negative thoughts, completely forgot to negate them. Not too late. All those thoughts from yesterday that were negative, say to yourself, I delete them. I take all my power away from them. I take all the energy back. I want it back. And you start entertaining the ones that are empowering. Okay? So that's 3 things. Remove things from your life that don't serve you. Replace them with the things that do. Guard your thoughts. And number 4, if you're making goals and plans for the next year, it's sort of the same thing as replacing the negative, the thoughts that don't serve you with the ones that do. But sometimes you want to make goals. You want to do them now. And you put them into your heart. now. And you give them time to create so they're washed in with all the positive energies that are going. You know, you want to set up those sails on a boat where the wind is in your favor. When the wind is going where you want to go, that's when you want to hike those sails up. This is exactly the same principle here, okay? And so you want to make those goals. You want to make a vision board. Now's the time to make it. Beginning of the new year, first of the year, you can make it then. Things can still happen. I'm not saying you can't, but why not capitalize on when the time is ideal? That's all I'm saying. And this is the time. Because whatever you create, and I want to leave you with one last thing. Whether you know it or not, whatever your thoughts are during this period, whatever it is that you are thinking about all the time, or whatever it is that you are creating, those are what you're going to end up with. Those set up your next stages of life, whether you plan them or not. So why not plan them? So if you don't do this, whatever it is that you do and you think and you focus on more during these 12 days, that's what you're going to get. Okay? So why not participate and create what you want instead of allowing things to just create stuff for you? Because those who seek to keep us down and away from remembering who we are, they know this and they use it. So why give the power over to something and someone else? You create it, okay? Thank you so much. And go ahead and do that. Get a list ready. Get that started. Happy creating. Write down. You don't have to have the details, by the way. You don't need to know how things are going to be worked out, figured out. You just need to know what you want. Don't worry about the details. You're just going to put down what it is that you want so that it isn't created for you and you have no idea what it is you got stored for you next cycle of your life, okay? Fantastic. Share, like, and subscribe. And always remember to defy the taboo against remembering who you are.